Hello and welcome to May 29th, where we're reading 1 Kings chapter 8. Now, today's reading is just the one chapter, but it sure is a long one, and there's a reason we're focusing on this so much. Now, Solomon relocates the Ark of God into the temple of God, the newly constructed temple of God, and chapter 8 is essentially mostly his prayer of praise and thanksgiving and dedication of the temple to God and the worship that that temple will now begin to host. This is the temple that every other temple in the Bible is going to be compared to, at least in the Bible. It's the home of God, and it will be for a good long time, or at least it will be until Ezekiel, but we'll talk about Ezekiel much later in the year. If you want to talk a bit about chapter 8, there's a lot that could be said. I'm going to restrain myself and not say all that much. If I say all that much, it just means I'm going to preach a lesson on chapter 8, and I have a maximum of 3 minutes in these things, so I'm not going to do that. Essentially, Solomon finally brings the ark into the temple. It's something we've been trying to do since really 1 Samuel chapter 4, when the ark got captured by the Philistines and taken away. Then Israel got it back, but they didn't know where to put it. But then David comes along in 2 Samuel chapter 6 and tries to put it in a fake tabernacle, but he can't. He fails to do that. Then he brings it into Jerusalem. He wants to build a house for God in 2 Samuel 7, but God says no. And so the ark has been outside for a long time, but now it's finally here. And Solomon brings it into the temple and starts praising God. He notes the history that God has had. He notes the wonders that God has done throughout the land of Israel, for the people of Israel throughout all of time. And then he starts praying to God directly. And he asks God to be mindful of his temple, that if the people pray to the temple, that God would listen to them in a bunch of different situations. When Israel has disobeyed, listen to them. When Israel has come under fire by an enemy, listen to them. When Israel has sinned, please listen to them when they repent and turn to you. When Israel is undergoing a famine or undergoing a drought, when Israel has been dragged off into captivity, if they turn to the temple and pray towards the temple, then listen to them. And God essentially says, yes, God agrees that he will do that. He is willing to listen to the people if they're willing to turn to him and speak to him. That's a really good lesson for us today. Don't have time to go into that. God is willing to listen to you if you're willing to listen to him first. And so Solomon opens the temple for business. Solomon opens that temple for worship, and it is established as the place to go and worship God from now for a long, long time. It's God's house. We'll talk about the other things that God says in response to this, and then some of the other things that Solomon does with the rest of his reign tomorrow in 1 Kings 9 and 10.